Welcome to Ethical Hacking from Scratch to Advanced Technique. My name is Mohammed Atif, and today I'm going to introduce to you a new course for ethical hacking, or sometimes called penetration testing. This is just an introduction for this course, and let me brief you about the course content and to whom it should be oriented. Now, on this introduction, I'm going to talk about some point. I'm going to give a brief about myself. I'm going to explain the security in today's world, the relation between security and business, what is ethical hacker, an overview on this course, and what makes this course different than other courses. Now, let me start by myself. As I mentioned before, my name is Mohammed Atif. I am a security consulting, and I have been working in this field since more than 20 years. I'm ethical hacker, certified ethical hacker. I'm also certified Easy Council instructor beside Microsoft certified trainer and Cisco certified instructor. And I'm CCSSP certified, and I hold a lot of certificate in different areas. I have been working in different projects, and especially the last 12 years, I have been working more into penetration testing project. So different organizations hire me, places like government, like military, like law enforcement agency, private sector. They hire me to try to hack to their system and to find the weakness or to find the vulnerability and to recommend some solution. And from my experience, I can tell you that any system can be hacked, and it's not that easy to secure a system. And we're going to explain that in more depth while we are going through our presentation. I got a lot of recognition worldwide, and I have 2 books published. Now, let's get back to our presentation. Why is important to study security today? Now, to understand the importance to study such courses for professional and for security administrator, network administrator, even managers, and even individual, we need to understand why security become important to our day-to-day task. Why security is an issue today. Now, today, everything that we hold are on digital media. Think about it. We don't use paper that much right now. We are into things like digital media. For instance, all our information are saved on digital storage, like hard drive or memory card or mobile or any kind of digital media. Our emails, our contacts, our information, everything are stored on digital media. We are using the internet for everything right now. We are paying our bill, we are paying our tickets, we are booking hotel, we are renting car. Everything is done through the internet. All our information are exposed right now. That's why today we have a concept called the Internet of Things. Everything is connected to the internet. Your car is connected to the internet. Your mobile is connected to the internet. Your computer is connected to the internet. And whatever information you have on those devices, they are exposed to the internet. So if someone knows the skills and or actually got the skills, he will be able to compromise those devices and get advantage from such information, private or financial or personal and so on. Okay, so on personal basis, think about it. If your Facebook account gets compromised, how much damage it may cause you. If someone is talking on behalf of you, or if your email gets compromised, how much confidential information you have there. Maybe you have family conversation, maybe you have things that no one should be aware of. So the evolution of technology has a side effect, which is that everything that we hold right now, pictures, document, information, everything is on computers, is digitalized. Now let's take that from a different perspective, from business. And actually this is very, very important to consider before we start our training. Now, some of the major organizations worldwide, like Sony, like RSA, by the way, it's an organization working in security. They are producing security equipment. Some real estate organization, some energy organization like Aramco in Saudi Arabia, and much more organization has been compromised. And this led to a lot of loss of money, million, maybe billion of dollars. And if you got some times, I want you to go to a specific website that have some statistic about the amount of loss that people or that organization got because of those attacks, or because they get compromised. So if you just search for cybercrime, and I believe there was a website, it's called anywhere in the world, cybercrime in 2015, and you start searching for the amount of loss in those organizations. Actually, it's a huge amount of loss. A lot of report has been published. I recommend you to go through some of those. And as I told you, there is a website, I believe its name is GoGulf, that hold a lot of statistic that can show you, yeah, I think this is the one, GoGulf, that can show you the amount of loss. They are expecting to have the amount of loss to reach around $120 billion by 2017. So the attacks and the amount of loss that happened to organization, they reach till now to 100 billion, and it keeps increasing and increasing. So my point is, any business right now has a big threat, which is the security attacks, the hacking and compromising their information. It could be customer information, it could be trade of secret, it could be copyrights, it could be anything, and it will lead to a lot of loss. And do you think some of those, like Sony for instance, do you think Sony has a problem spending on security? They spend millions on security and they get compromised more than one time. So this is telling you what? This is telling you that no system worldwide is secure. And system here, I mean, it could be anything. It could be personal computer, it could be network, website, web server. System refer to anything. So we are not just talking about websites or PCs or so on. And this is why it's important to learn such skills. So what happened is, right now, a lot of organizations, actually 100 or maybe 1,000 of organizations, they start thinking differently about security. What they are doing right now, they hire hackers, and they are looking for people with some underground experience. They will not get academic people that just go by the book, because actually there is another world, it's an underground world, and it's completely different from the things that we are studying in university and courses. So they start hiring hackers, and they ask them, okay, could you please try to hack to our system and let us know where is the weakness so we can prevent malicious hacker from getting access? So it started this way. That's why this kind of skills, which is ethical hacking, learn to hack, but after taking a proper permission. This is extremely important and has a high demand in the market today. And ethical hacker is people who know how to hack. And as I told you, they should have some underground background. And they get hired by people, they get a proper approval to hack to the system. And to be able to find the weakness and the vulnerability and to recommend some solution. Okay, and a lot of people working in this field, they came from not a very good background. I mean, they were bad hackers. They saw this black hat hacker, which is people doing that for fun or for money or whatever, but they end up working with big organization and having good career. But now they are doing what they used to do, but in a proper way and taking after the proper approval. And those are, two of those famous people. The guy on the left, this is Kevin Mitnick. It's one of the very, very famous. Actually, this is the most wanted hacker. Now he got a very big career. The other one is a mafia boy. He did some hacks while he was underage. And now both of them has a good career. And this is what we are looking for in this training, to show you what skills to learn to hack to a system and to be able to find all weakness and even to recommend some solution. Now, let's go through the course outline and let me tell you exactly what I'll be delivering during this course. So the course consists of 15 sections. It's one of the biggest courses actually in the market. So I'll go briefly about each section and explain exactly what we will be delivering in this course. On the first one, we are going to spend some time preparing our lab. The lab where you'll be, because actually if you need to get advantage from such training, you need to do a lot of practicing, and I'll be helping you step by step. I'll be giving you all kinds of support, even one-on-one support. We'll be doing every week like an online session where people can post their question and I can guide them to whatever problems they are facing. So the point here is that before you start taking this training, you need to set up a lab. And this lab will consist of some software. We're going to work on a virtualization environment. And the virtualization environment, let me just brief you about that. Just have some virtual machine, which I will guide you step by step how to set up this virtual VMware player, how to set up those images, how to get your lab up and running and ready to test and ready to start the training. So the first part, we will be explaining the setting the lab, and I'll be sharing with you the link from where you can download all the necessary software and tools and image and everything. Second section will be Linux section. I'm not asking for any kind of prerequisite besides some basic network prerequisite, but actually we're going to be using Linux most of the time. So what I'm going to do in this section, for people who have no idea about Linux or they never used Linux before, I'm going to take them from scratch. I'm going to give them like a small crash course how to set up and use Linux. And this is considered an additional advantage in this training. You are learning Linux. We are not getting that deep in Linux, but you're going to be aware of how to use Linux in general, how to utilize Linux for the ethical hacking. So this will be a crash course. We're going to start from scratch, and we will be showing you how to set up and start and use Linux. Then we start the first phase in hackers, the reconnaissance phase, which is how to collect information about victims. And actually this is a very, very nice module, and whatever you're going to use here are public records and website and software, and I believe you will be amazed about the amount of information that you can get about someone. So we will be going about the techniques, the tools, what exactly we are looking for. So this is the reconnaissance phase, or the first phase in hacking. Then we'll be going through the scanning, which is also collecting information, but more actually technical information. We will be going through how to scan a system, a computer or a network or a wireless, or how to get the ports. What is the ports? What is service do we have on ports? What tools do we using? Different kind of technique. Can it be detected if the victim has some kind of protection of fire or firewall? Can it be detected? And if so, how can I prevent or how can I hide myself? So we'll be going through how to get some technical information which will be used later on to plan for your attack. The attack will be based about the information that you are gathering during those phases. And also during this phase, we'll be talking about enumeration. It's one of the very sophisticated attack. Or not, I don't consider it attack, but a way for collecting some critical information. It's a very, very good technique that we'll be explaining. On the section 5, we will be starting to hacking. I will take the simplest way of hacking, okay? Because hacking is a very generic concept. I mean, hacking could be just getting someone's password, or could be getting full access on his computer, or could be crashing their system. So hacking, it's a very generic technique. So we're going to take the simplest way, which is the password hacking. Is it easy to get someone's password? I mean, even, you know, if he's using a complex password, can you still get his password? Yes, you can. And we're going to show different technique to how to do that, and different methodology, and we'll be giving a lot of challenge and see how it can be broken. Then section 6 is extremely important, because actually this is something we are facing all the time, which is the network hacking. Network actually is wired or wireless. So we'll be talking about, you know, how to hack a network. What exactly we are looking for? Are we hacking the machine? Are we hacking the traffic? What exactly? Can we get credential? Can we monitor people? You'll be amazed with the amount of attacks that will be taken here, and how easy it is to implement them, and how hard it is to prevent them. So we're going to take different kind of attack and different techniques, and even some advanced technique. On section 7, this is about social engineering, and this is the attack related to people, usually called the non-IT attacks. It's quite common actually, and maybe you are facing that yourself. You are getting phishing email, you are getting email where they are asking you to click on a specific link. But we're going to see how the social engineering is effective, and how things like phishing or credential harvest, or you know, different spoofed email, anything that can be used and can manipulate people, how they are using that. We're going to take one specific tool. This is quite interesting tool. It's called Social Engineering Toolkit, and I'm going to show you how to use it, and how to create a fake web page, and how to capture credential, or how to add some malicious code in this page, so whoever open it, he will have something on his machine installed, and then you have access to his machine. So it's quite easy attack, but actually it will make you scared, because if you are working in an organization, you know, anyone can be manipulated. So you know, it's not easy to prevent. You need to do a lot of awareness to people, and it's not that easy. So we're going to take those attack on section 7. Section 8, which is also quite interesting, it's wireless hacking. We all are using wireless today. We are using wireless at work. We are using wireless at home. Wireless are everywhere, public places, coffee shop. Now, is it secure? Think about it. You know, your information is sent in air. It's broadcasting everywhere. At least on wire, your information is sent through the wire. But here it's sending through air. So we'll be talking about the wireless infrastructure, the component of the wireless network, the different type of attack. We'll be focusing about the key attack, which is trying to get the key, different kind of keys, the weak one like web, and the hard one like WPA2. And we will be also talking about, let me correct this one, other kind of attack like the rogue access point or the fake access point, and how they are establishing that, and how they can disconnect you from the original access point and let you connect to another one. It's a nice attack as well. So wireless will be an interesting module. Now, after this stage, we believe, you know, you got some good starting, and if you do a lot of practicing, and you practice all the scenarios that I'm going to give you, because I'll be following with you with a lot of questions and a lot of scenarios, and I'll make sure that whenever we finish a section, you are comfortable about this subject. We'll be going to some like sophisticated attack. vulnerability and exploit. How to find weakness inside the system. How, in some cases, we are depending on the weakness of people. That, I'm sending someone an email, I'm just hoping that he click on the link so he can give me access to his machine. But on this case, we are not doing that. We are just looking for vulnerability and weakness inside the system. So if they have vulnerability, if they, like one of the users, for instance, are using a specific operating system, Windows. Now, can I find the weakness inside this Windows and hack to their system through this weakness? This is what we're going to be doing. We're going to start with some common framework like Metasploit, like Fast Track, like Armitage. It's quite fun actually, and it's quite easy as well. Some of those tools are automated. They will search for you and they will hack the system and just give you access to this. So you'll not do anything, okay? And then we're going to take some advanced technique, which is, things like buffer overflow. And this is one of the most technical subject. And if you go through the subject, I believe you're going to learn a lot. You're going to learn how to map the memory. You can understand how applications are running and where is the weakness in the memory. I'll try to make it simple as much as I can. But if you understand that, actually, this is a very, very high skills in penetration testing. How to do what we call fuzzing, how to try to manipulate memory and make the memory execute what you are requesting remotely. It's quite interesting. And I'm going to give you a lot of exercise regarding that, because I believe if you are able to cover this part well, this is also a new skills that it will add to you actually a lot. Then on section 11, we'll be taking the web application hacking. And web application hacking, we are going to talk about the common attacks. We'll be talking about things like SQL injection, cross-site scripting, different directory listing, different kind of attacks. And I'll give maybe one or two advanced attacks. And we'll be testing everything live. We're going to set up a lab that allow you to hack web application, and with different scenarios starting from the basics one to the very hard one. Section 12 will be about malicious code, their definition, what kind of malicious code, how we can create a malicious code, how they are working and so on, how it's hidden, how they bypass the antivirus. Section 13, we are going to talk about denial of service. It's actually a very important module, and we're going to talk about different attacks. We're going to do some attacks. And section 14, we're going to talk about bypassing the security. In real life, you will not find things that easy, that you establish attack and you get access. You're going to find layer of protection. People are having antivirus on their machine. They have firewalls. They have IDS. How can you bypass that? Is it hard or easy? So this will be the most advanced attack for bypassing that. And I will not just consider explaining the way, but I have to give you some scenarios. And in these chapters, I'll try to give you some advanced hacking technique, more than one scenario. And finally, we're gonna gather everything together. We're gonna assemble all the parts to have an attack from A to Z. So I'm going to set up a lab for you, and it will not be an easy one. I'm going to ask you to hack this lab, and I'll see how you are thinking, how you are acting, and I'm going to evaluate that, and I'm going to tell you what is the weakness. Okay? So, this will be like combining everything. Some topics will be covered during different subjects, like cryptography. Cryptography is very important, and as a penetration testing, you should have some knowledge about it. But I didn't want to put a cryptography like a separate section, because some people, when they saw cryptography, they don't feel comfortable. A lot of mathematics are there. But actually, we're going to take that in a very simplified way, in a very applicable way. I'm going to explain cryptography in a very, very easy way with a lot of examples. And this has been covered during different sections, so it will not be a separate section. Okay. So this will be our course content. And finally, I just need to explain why this course is different. Okay. Now, I believe this course will be different than other ethical hacking course because many points. Number one, I'll try to make it realistic as much as I can. So it will not just be how to use specific tools. Just, I give you tools and I tell you to do this and to do that, and you get access to the system. Because things keep change, and every day there is new. And the tools that is working today, maybe it will not be working tomorrow. So I'm focusing about the technique, about the weakness, about how to get advantage of the weakness, about real life implementation, how system look in real life. So it will be a very, very realistic course. I'll be supporting you. You can drop me any question anytime whenever you face a problem. I'll try to reply. If you are not confident, we'll try to make a session, an online session. We can arrange that. It's like a meeting where we can do that live through the internet, and I can present that live, whatever you have a doubt. So it will be an interactive course, not just some videos to watch. The course will not be finished on this part. When you buy this course, because every day in security, every day we have something new. We have some weakness that show up, some service that has a problem that has been published. So I'll keep explaining and I'll keep updating videos about the new vulnerability and the new weakness that has been found in different area, like social network vulnerability or some new service or some new platform. So you're going to keep getting updating after finish this course. What is new? What recently has been found? What attacks has been found? And even the major attack. I plan to, whenever any major attack happen, I'll go online and I'm going to publish how it happened. So you will be able to prevent yourself or your organization. So I'll keep you updated. I believe if you search online, you will be able to see that there is a lot of certificate in this field. There is ethical hacking from Easy Counsel. There is a licensed penetration tester from Mile2. There is a certificate from SANS. So if you search, you're going to find that there is a lot of certificate in this field. So actually, one of my objectives that I will do a session by the end of this course, small video to help you in case you plan to take the certificate. So not just take the training, but if you plan to sit and take the exam and to get certified, I'll help you doing that. I'll give you the material and I will do a presentation or a small video by the end of this course for the people who are planning to get the certificate. So this is actually everything related to my training and what I'm planning to provide and how the course flow is going, what is the content of the course. One last point I just need to clarify is that this kind of skills and knowledge, this is only to be used in a legal way. So whatever I'm teaching you, it's just to be used in a defensive way, to be used as a new skills that you can utilize to hack to organization after taking their approval. I'm not encourage anyone to use such skills in a malicious way, because I believe whoever is getting this course, he understands this is not legal. And you don't have to do that. Actually, organizations are looking for people like you who got the skills, who can hack to the system, and they will pay, and actually they are paying very well. So it's a good skills to learn, but this is not to be used in any malicious way for any reason. Even if you are doing that for fun, this is not the right way for doing that. So this course, it's educational, and the purpose of this course is to teach people new skills in security fields to be able to evaluate security by trying to hacking them. So do not try to hack anyone unless you have a proper approval. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure, and I hope to see you on my course dashboard and to be able to communicate with you. Thank you.